Can somebody make some noise? Am I in an venue where students are? Can you make some noise like they just sent $1 million to your bank account? Is this how you celebrate? Come on now, guys. We are not in our 50s, in our 60s. I need some energy in the room. First of all, I want you to celebrate the amazing moderators and every single organizer of this amazing, fantastic conference. I am very, very, very proud of each and every one of you. And most importantly, please celebrate my friend and brother in Ascension, Mr. Olubori Paul. Please celebrate him. So I was doing a very quick roundup of the hall, and I was listening to the questions that you were answering. And we're going to really go on a journey this morning. Tell your neighbor, buckle up. Shake them. As in, I need aggression in this room. Tell them, buckle up. I see these two people shaking their hands. I like that you guys are doing like you're sealing a contract. That's the energy I need. Tell your neighbor, buckle up. Do you know why? Because your life is a journey and you need to be fastened, seated, and seated well. And guess what? You are the driver of that destiny. We're going to do a very quick exercise. I'm talking about a lot of things, excellence and all that. Many of us are here for a finance conference. But do you understand the fact that everything that money solves was created by a human being? Yes or yes? So we're going to do something very quickly. Are you guys promising to cooperate with me? All right, fantastic. I want everybody in the room to stretch out both of their hands and close their eyes. Only my eyes are permitted to be open. I mean, if you are doing something that important, that needs your eyes, please go ahead. But stretch both your hands like you're about to receive something and close your eyes. You are doing a little exercise. Now, make sure that there's nothing blocking you. So you can put it in the middle, on the middle of the seat, so that there's space in front of you. Now, on your left hand, imagine that there is a feather, a chicken feather, just one feather on that left hand. Are you with me? I hope your eyes are closed. Now, I want you to imagine one book on your right hand. So remember, you have a feather on one hand. Now, there's a big book that just hits your right hand. Have you done that? Have you dropped the book? Drop another book on that right hand. Now, drop 4 more books on that right hand. Not with your other hand, but just picture the books just appearing on that hand. Drop 6 more heavy books on that hand. Now open your eyes. What did any of you notice? What did you notice? So your left hand still remained, right? For those of you that did it though. And what happened to your right hand? It began to go down, right? Were there books on that hand? No, physically, were there books on that hand? But in your mind, what happened? But what happened to your body? Your body responded. Your thoughts are the most powerful tools of making money that you will ever have. And let me tell you why. Because everything that was created twice. Tell your neighbor twice. That creation happened first in your mind before it materialized. For those of you that have built products, for those of you that deal with physical goods, for those of you that build services, before anything that you see in this auditorium was made, somebody thought about it first. Before Nigeria became an independent state, people sat together and asked the question, what will we name this nation? Before those of you sitting here decided to study the course that you studied, you sat and you thought deeply about it. Yes or yes? Before the University of Lagos or whatever universities you came from decided to give you the imagination, they said this person has to appear. What's the essence of what I'm saying? Lesson number 1, and I've started speaking. You cannot create wealth in your life if you do not see it in your mind. And the greatest prison that we've been told, and the greatest lie that we've been told, particularly as black people, and not just even black people living in Nigeria, is that you must fake it to make it. Who said you have to fake it when you can just become it? Now, a lot of you underestimate yourself because everything you've done all your life is to compare yourselves. You've compared yourself with Pella. You've compared yourself with Charlie Poppy. You've compared yourself with anyone you possibly feel you can compare yourself with. But you forget something. You are in the driver's seat of your life. Are you aware? Nobody can take that steering wheel away from you until you choose to single-handedly hand it over. And many of you have handed over the driver's seat of your life to people who have no business understanding who you are, knowing your own particular journey, understanding your own purpose, and understanding that you are a journey in motion. So you've handed over the wheel to social media. You've handed over the wheel to Instagram. You've handed over the wheel to anything. The question is, what's the quality of your thought life? What books are you reading? Many of you want to be billionaires, right? So by show of hands, how many people have read The Richest Man in Babylon? Hands raised. I love it. I have serious people in the room. How many of you have read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich? I love it. How many of you have read The Greatest Salesman? Okay, that's an assignment. How many of you have read Atomic Habits by James Clear? Okay, awesome stuff. Now, the truth is this. If you are not ready to inculcate the habits of billionaires, what makes you think you can become one? Is it prayer? Is it fasting? Is it God, I beg? Is it urgent 2K? So I'm not here to assuage your egos. I'm here to tell you that making money is important business. And you see the seriousness that you are using to study the courses you are studying is the same seriousness that you need. Because guess what? Poor man no fear help poor man. Yes or yes? If I'm broke and you are broke, can we help each other? Can convoy go by one person? Is a convoy not in a crowd? Let me give you an example. For everybody that you see sitting on this front row, look at that picture. Look at the flyers. Every one of us that are proud to be affiliated with Olubori Paul, we are all growing together. So many of you are busy chasing. Some of you want Dangote to be your mentor. I love it. Many of us have mentors who are fantastic and have hit you. You love the Teoni Elumelus of this world. But are you aware that the greatest blessing that may be in your life may just be the person sitting beside you? Because some of us, we despise the relationships that God brings into our life simply because they don't look like the shiny picture. You see everybody here, we are going somewhere to happen. In fact, you may think that we are celebrities now, but we've not started yet. Tell your neighbor, I've not started yet. So lesson number 1, understand that your mind is your biggest money-making tool. The day you decide that, you know what, I am going to start changing my thinking. Because many times it takes a lot of years to recover from the trauma that scarcity and limitation foisted on you. Some of you, it was not your fault. You grew up in an environment where your parents didn't really give you the chance. Or you never really saw what wealth looks like. But you can always change the trajectory of your future by the decisions you make today. And it's found in your daily habits. How do you spend your 24 hours? Do you track? Let me tell you a principle of multiplication. Whatever you cannot account for, you cannot multiply. Tell your neighbor, say, whatever you can't account for, if I don't even say you, say me. Whatever I can't account for, I can't multiply. So this is the month of July. How many of you know how much came into your savings account and out in just numbers? Total. I see one person in the room, and I love the fact that we are being honest. If you're going to build not just your life, some of you here, I heard someone say you are a founder. You need to build systems that have the capacity to multiply your efforts because you only have limited time. Let me tell you what building a system and a structure does for you. It gives you the capacity to infinitely multiply and replicate yourself without even being physically present. That's literally what a business is. A business is an idea, that is translated to something that people need and is backed by a system that can offer it to a wide variety of people without necessarily the founder being always there to monitor every single thing end to end. So look at the biggest companies of the world. Do you deal directly with the CEO all the time? Yes or no? But they've built systems. And that takes me to the next thing. How many minutes do I have for the entire session? How many minutes? My moderators, how many minutes do I have for everything? I think I've done like 10 or 15 minutes now. All right, awesome. That takes me to the next thing that I want to challenge us as Africans in the room. And it is what I will say and I will call, please build for legacy. Tell your neighbor, build for legacy. Over the course of the privilege I have to advise founders across the continent and beyond, one thing I understand about people who make it well is that they think from a legacy perspective and not from a survivalist one. If you are building anything and the only person who gets to enjoy, who gets the benefit is you, I'm sorry, you are dreaming too small. This conference will not exist if the founder said, I'm comfortable with my life. I have many things to do with money, yes or yes. I can drive a nice car. I can travel on trips. Do you know how much it took to organize this conference? But I said, no, I am thinking beyond myself and I'm going to bring people together to challenge a generation. And so for every one of us that have been chosen to stand on this stage to speak to you today, we are not coming from a perspective of saying we are better. We are coming from the perspective to tell you, please, I beg you, let the next 10 years not pass without you having made a mark that you built something. Because guess what? Your competition is not the person in the other hall beside you. Your competition is not any other person. Your competition has become global. Those of you here who are building tech products and you are learning a software development skill, guess what? You see that thing you've spent almost 1 year building. A 7-year-old person in China can build that thing in weeks. You are not competing with anybody but yourself. You are your biggest competition. And so the moment you change the standard from saying, how can I show that I'm wealthy, to truly becoming wealthy in your mind, it's only a matter of time before your life will follow suit. And so I want to also encourage you. I'm doing both. I'm challenging you and I'm encouraging you. There's data statistics over the first 6 months of the year 2026. About $1.6 billion came into the African tech ecosystem for technology companies alone. That's how much we raised as a continent. And Nigeria was second place with about $362 million out of that sum. So yes, we have a growing continent. Yes, we have investors that are looking for strong minds to invest in. Yes, we have opportunities. Yes, Africa is the youngest population with the lowest number being below the age of 13. We have the statistics to show that if we put our minds together, we can build something great out of this continent. But guess what we find ourselves doing? Chasing trends. Celebrating Olodo uprising. What exactly are we doing? Add 10 years to the number of days that any one of us are sitting here. Some of you will be in your early 30s. Some of you will be in your 40s. Some of you will be in your 50s. The question is, what will you build? And I'm not talking about building just so you can trend. I'm talking about building something that you can hand over to your children. I was listening to a podcast by the amazing Yaboeji, and he said, look, is it tweets that you want to hand over to your generation? Is it tweets? Is it trends? Is it TikTok dance that you will give your child? I need you to understand this, my beautiful people. If you are going to become financially free, you must elevate your mind. Tell your neighbor, elevate your mind. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. Oh God. No matter who's here, I have some friends in my life. They don't really talk too much. They just show me some of the things that they are executing. I say, Rosa, you have not started yet. I'm encouraged. If you are the smartest person in the group of friends you claim you have, I'm not going to tell you change your circle. You can be encouraged to lift them up and vice versa. But please find yourself in rooms where you are constantly being challenged in a good way. Rooms like this one. So once again, celebrate the convener of this conference. Yes, I understand the challenge of building in Nigeria. I've dealt with several issues where I've had to come and intermeddle between lots of challenges that builders and founders face. I am not standing here to claim that I do not understand that challenge. Yes, we do. But we must build regardless. Yes, the leaders of this nation are not doing the best they possibly could do for us. But I believe the oldest person here is not up to 50. I wouldn't want to even compare generations because every generation has a changing thing. But one thing you need to understand is that every time you waste time, that is time that you can never get back. And so, yes, I know you want to ball. I know you want to live loud spending. I understand this. But you cannot build a financially free foundation on a foundation that is broken. So I'm here, and I'm so glad I'm the first person that is speaking to you today, because everything that my leaders will say will definitely sit on top of this one. Your greatest, and I'm repeating it again, your greatest financial asset is your mind. Invest in it. If you need, some of you here, you might need to go and get an additional certification because possibly the one you're going to get after now will not be sufficient for where you know you need to be. Some of us are chasing masters, some are doing doctorates, some are doing MBAs. I need you to understand that your competition is global. So the standard of measurement has become so compressed now. Nobody's going to look at you as a Nigerian and say, let's pity him now, he's from Africa. What? Your competition is it's no longer who is beside you physically. It is now open to everyone. And you know the funniest thing? Artificial intelligence has now lowered the bar now. My guys in front, anyone that graduated, before 2013, I celebrate you, sir. Good morning. I celebrate every one of you. But you know what? Sometimes I ask myself, so you mean I actually graduated from the Faculty of Law without using ChatGPT and Claude? As in, right now, I'm saying, how did I do it? But we did it. Didn't we, guys? We did it. So I went to do a training, and I was just around here. I went to do a training somewhere, and I love immersive question asking. And so I asked them, so I'll ask you today. Imagine that today, every single AI service that is being offered shuts down now. Picture it. I'm not even saying internet now. Like there's no more Claude, no more GPT, no more Gemini, nothing. You see the shouting that you are shouting. And some of you, in internet, you are screaming like, God, my own go job be. I'm finished. Like, where do I want to start from? You now see that you are depending on these systems. It is not bad. I'm going to put a balance very shortly. It's not bad, but guess what? Your mind has now subconsciously been trained to rely on critical thinking using outsourced third-party services. And so now, the human mind or typical youths using AI now cannot sit down and critically solve issues now. Everything. Even your relationship therapist is ChatGPT. If I have given its name. Yes, you should raise your hand now. Am I talking to myself? Look, yes, just agree. My sister, you are getting a free book from me. Thank you for being honest. Do you understand? So the point is this. The tools of your trade now have gone beyond just your capacity to trend and know the biggest fads and all that. Critical thinking now has become a highly sought for skill. Can I put you in a room where there is no AI and you can think through something without getting tired? You can sit down and a challenge and say, we need to solve problems. And they put you in a room with people who have gone through the process of solving problems, and you are not secretly pressing your phone. Okay, so what does this say about that? Guys, tell your neighbor, shake them. Work on your mind. The greatest tool that we have as young people is time. It's a resource. You have it. Some of us are now beginning to enter into, a more mature season of our years, we understand that everything that we are reaping as benefits now were sowed in our first 25 years. And that leads me to a conversation about seasons. How many of you here remember when you were in primary school? Hands raised. Can you go back in time and think of how excited you were to leave primary school? You remember the excitement, right? Awesome stuff. Now, do you remember when you now entered secondary school and did your graduation ceremony? It was exciting for you, right? When you went from, I don't know if they call it GSS1 now, you know I'm becoming ancient now. But when you went through all those seasons and you left, some of you were excited to come into the university, yes or yes? It never comes to stay. It always comes to pass. So you see this season now that looks like, oh my God, things are not working. This, that, whatever. Tell your neighbor, it will come to pass. So yes, I understand. You are on a journey and you are trying to get answers and solutions. Please, don't hate this season. Use it. Because it is the seeds you are sowing in this season that you will reap in the next one. It is the knowledge you are gathering now in this season that you will reap in the next one. And guess what? The school of life is going to be patient enough to keep repeating your seasons until you learn the lesson. Because life is a one giant big classroom. And some of us graduate out of it. Some of us repeat classes. Some of us cheat our way through and get to a season where we now have to pay for the knowledge gap you refused to get. So once again, I ask you, what are you doing with the seasons of your life? How do you measure? Talk to any of the finance gurus in the house. There's something they call discounted cash flow method, where you definitely have to look at the future, going down of things to calculate the worth of an asset, right? It's called amortization. Finance people in the house, clock it. I try. Even though I'm a lawyer, I hate maths, but I have to learn it because I like money. I cannot not like money and want to do well. So if in the principles of accounting, you account for how the asset begins to go down in time, you think your life is not an asset? Some of us, God, this is funny. Some of us, as we grow up, sugar, drink tea, drink Coke, drink anything. Some of us now will be looking at the can. How many percentage of sugar is in this thing? You think you will not get there? I tell you on that God, you will get there. But all of us are going to be healthy till 90 and 100. Amen? So the point is, seasons will come and seasons will go. You will not always be a student forever. You will not always be just being yourself together. You're going to have a family. You're going to have responsibilities. You're going to have businesses. You're going to have conglomerates. Amen. So the question now is that when there is no child demanding for your time, you don't always have to go for one function or the other. You have all the time now to gather the knowledge. You are pressing and scrolling, doom scrolling. You are joining them to be debating Olodo or pricing. You are joining them to be celebrating people who are getting married that will not give you 2 kobo. What are you doing with your time? And you want to be a billionaire? Let's not even go too far. The Elon Musk that all of you are using his app slept in his office for almost 5 years. Facebook did not become profitable as a company until 13 years after it was made. Do some of you know who was funding Facebook? Who were the investors? His classmates and people that grew with him. Some of you are despising the people beside you because you are looking to the people above you, forgetting that as they grow, you grow. Some of you are also despising the people below you because you think they don't have what it takes. Do you understand that even though you come down, go up, life may bring you down. It's those people that you took care of that will lift you back. The question is, what are you doing with the seasons of your life? I would be happy to tell you that money can solve all your problems. Yes, it answers many things. But guess what? You will never be afraid of money when you have social capital and the mental resilience to build again, even when everything is destroyed. It takes a lot to lose money. And some of us have made bad investments. Some of you went to go and do, and let me not call the name, but you know what you did. You know what you did. The reason why some people just go into heart attack because they lost $1 million is because where was the plan? We are all on a journey, even myself. So I'm going to end with this. Yes, I get it. Africa is a very great generation and we have people. But it's not just about the numbers of the people that this continent has. It's the quality of the people. Make sure that you make a commitment today that you will continuously make your mind your greatest money-making assets. And with that, I leave you. Thank you very much for having me. I celebrate the conveners of this event. My amazing friend and brother, thank you so very much. And it's good being here. Thank you.